Season 2 begins today as we enter the second division in Danish football, and we are actually expected to finish third place in the table, which isn't good enough to get us promotion, but realistically, if we're good enough to finish third, we should be good enough to get promoted. In the off-season, we've done some contracts, we've done some transfers as well, and I have to thank Rafael van der Vaart for one player who is hopefully going to be very good for us in the next few seasons. The main contracts to talk about is Eddie Gomez. He has extended his deal for another season. Even though he's 34, he probably still is our best central defender, but he now has competition because we brought in a few more defenders. First of all is Oscar Block, who we signed from Prem because he was apparently the signing of the season for Prem last year, and we could get him on a free transfer. And I think Block looks pretty good. He's also very versatile, so I'm not sure whether being a centre-back is actually the best place for him. He could be a central midfielder. We've also brought in 23-year-old Israeli Tamir Glazer, signed from Hapoel Haifa. He has come in on a free transfer, and I brought him in because basically he just looks like a good defender, doesn't he? He just looks like a good, solid defender, and I think that's kind of what we needed. We've got too many sort of fancy defenders. We don't have the loan players that we had last season either, so players like Asifo and Butterfield have all left, Hondermark also leaving. We're just left with the squad that we actually own. The biggest signing of the summer is a 17-year-old Dutch central defender and or midfielder signed from Hollandia. Basically, Rafael van der Vaart's knowledge of Holland is very good because they found him and I went, yeah, he looks pretty good. He's cost us some money. It's about 18k, 1.5k. It's not 18k, it's £1,500, but there is a 30% profit sell-on in there. So any money that we make, we're losing 30% of it basically. And he's already worth 325 to £1.5 million. Unfortunately, he has broken his foot. Also, from a financial situation, we are in a bit of a bad state. We are technically making money because we've sold a few players. We'll come to them in just a minute. We are under our wage budget, however, probably not going to be under it for too much longer. Although, I don't think we need to buy anybody new. The only reason why we might go over our wage budget is because I get excited and find somebody on a free transfer. Season preview then. We are, like I said earlier, predicted to finish third place in the table. And looking at the squad, the Media Dream 11, none of them are ours. They are all Viborg players, team that have just got relegated on 1 to 91 odds. These are broken. They've always been broken. I don't know why they even bother putting them in. Basically, Viborg are very good, clearly. Lyngby, I think Jordan might be Lyngby. Nope, I don't even know. It's whoever that guy was. Him. Is he Lyngby? He's Lyngby. He's pretty good, isn't he? And then Jordan, who does Jordan play for? He plays for Helsingør, who are apparently the fourth best team. Other transfers to talk about as well. We have sold a couple of players, in fact 3 players, to Helsingør, apparently. This one might have been a bad idea. He's gone on a free transfer. We're basically trying to trim down our wage budget. We got some money in for Akwasa Chong, going back to his native Jamaica, but we weren't playing him. And to pick up 12k, it's not a lot of money, but we were never playing him. We're also looking to bring in Charlie Winfield. We need another left-back. We've got 2 left-backs. Kayat is one of them, and he's out of contract in 6 months, and I can't afford to extend his contract. So if we get Winfield in until the end of the season, he'll be very good for us. The only problem is he's English, and the whole Brexit shenanigans means that he needs a work permit. I think he'll get one. We're ready for our first game on camera of the season, but we've already played a match in the league. We have won 2-1 against Vendsyssel, could be their name. We've also brought in a few more players. We've basically raided the Premier League. We've nicked a couple of youngsters who have been released. One from Wolves, one from Manchester United. Justin Hubner, I don't know, 19-year-old Dutch central defender. He's been brought in, probably not going to be playing a huge amount for us, but I'm hoping there is some potential there. And somebody who I'm a little bit more excited about is Mateo Meyer. Meyer, it's Spanish. I assume it's a soft J. He's come in, as I said, from Manchester United, free transfer. He looks pretty good. I think we might be playing Mateo for a lot of this season. And before we kick off our game against Helsingør, we have also brought in Charlie Winfield on loan from Barnsley. He has managed to get himself a work permit, which is good, because it means we now have ourselves a left back. Also, he was weirdly on loan here a couple of years ago as well, in real life. That actually happened. What? So the starting lineup then for our match against FC Helsingør, the team that are currently sat top of the table, is like this. Zeus de la Paz in goal, Mortensen, Gomez, Block and Winfield making his second debut, I guess, for Esbjerg. Strunk and Larsen in midfield, Hopu, Montano, Holton and Jorgensen. It's basically very similar to last season with a couple of little tweaks. Obviously, Block and Winfield new to the squad. I am going to make sure that Major comes off the bench. I also have no idea if that's how his name is said, and I will butcher it until I work out how it's properly said. So Helsingør are, I think, one of the better teams in the league. Their goalkeeper is actually a player that I was looking to try and sign before I signed Zeus de la Paz. I would prefer to have their goalkeeper because he's better, which kind of shows that maybe we're not as good in this league as we were in the last one. Strunk with the ball, 6 minutes on the clock. Gomez to Holton. Hope you, ball over towards the left-hand side. Montano is not going to get there. All the way back with Dukic in goal. He's kicked it long. Are we going to get there first? It is Winfield on his second debut. Lumps it forward. Doesn't find a blue and white shirt, though. And it's coming back our way on the left-hand side. McCowart, collects it. Drost is in on goal. And Oliver Drost collects from Callum McCowart. And it's 1-0. I have a feeling we might not get out of this league at the first time of asking. Which isn't a bad thing, necessarily. But I was hoping we'd just basically fly up the leagues until we're back into a decent league, playing, potentially fighting for Europe, something like that. But maybe a couple of seasons in the second tier is what is on the cards. Gomez with the ball. Obviously, we're only 1 and a bit games into the season, so all could change. Shandon Hopu cuts inside. The American tries to get some space for himself, almost blasts it past the keeper. Still only 17 minutes on the clock, and we've nicked the ball. This is good. I thought this was going to be another chance for them. It's back with Zeus in goal. Goes for a little run. Eddie Gomez, the ageing man in our defence at 37 years of age. Holton collects it. Lovely ball from Holton to find Shandon, and his effort goes over the bar. Could have taken way more touches. Got a lot closer to the goal, but nope, he went for the spectacular. Larson with it. Long ball towards Jorgensen's. Not going to get there. Strunk wins the head. That's good. Hope you to Larson. Now Winfield on the ground is Jorgensen, and we almost managed to put the ball in. Jorgensen apparently was offside. I'm not quite sure how. 25th minute, and good, we've nicked it again. I'm worried that Winfield does have an early yellow card to his name. Block plays it back to De La Paz. Gomez, the big defender, finds Mortensen on the right-hand side. He's got space to run into. Now plays it to Shandon. He's going to go for a run as well. Terrible pass. I say terrible. It wasn't a bad pass. Nobody really was there paying attention to it. And we almost put that in the bottom corner. That wasn't the highlight either, because it's carried on. The keeper's dropped it and kicked it long upfield. Gomez wins the head. Doesn't find one of our shirts, though. Jordan on the ground to this man. Pinned. Could be. Lund crosses to Jordan. Tries to get some space for himself. It's taken a wicked deflection. Jordan is claiming that, and I don't think he should. We are 2-0 down. At home. Are we playing badly? Yeah, well, they've got very lucky. Their XG is 0.47, and they've scored twice from it. We need to get ourselves a goal to get into this game. Winfield to Montano. On the ground, Mortensen with some space. Curling effort into the top corner. Jonas Mortensen, the right back, makes it 2-1. That is hopefully going to give us some confidence to maybe get another goal or two. Jorgensen is putting his name down to get subbed early. We've just had a free kick, which nothing came of it, apparently. I say nothing. We didn't see the free kick. We just saw the fact we've got a corner. Strunk is going to take it. Eddie's at the front post. Block is there with him. Eddie's there. So is Oscar Block. It is 2-2. We are back in this game, and defenders, for us, are sitting on top. Jorgensen is playing horrendous. Half-time then. 2-2. We have suddenly got back into this game. Thanks to Mortensen, thanks to Oscar Block as well. I'm happy with the number of shots we're having, but Jorgensen, you're coming off. It is going to be Matteo Major. I don't know what way round to play you. I think we'll go that one. We'll go on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side as the attacking advanced forward rather than the pressing forward. This is Major's debut as well, by the way. So, let's not put too much hope on him. If he can score a goal, that'll be lovely. It is Helsingør, that's their name, with the ball. Big kick upfield. A former one of our players, I believe, has just done that as well. Drost with no options, goes for a shot? A cross? I don't know. Zeus holds it. Gomez to Mortensen, one of the two goal scorers. Big kick upfield towards Shandon. Holton collects it. Shandon needs to run, and he does, and collects it as well. Major's in the middle if he can find him. Doesn't manage to find the young Spaniard, and it's cleared upfield. Highlights carrying on. Montano's in the penalty area. 3 blue shirts. Holton's one of them. His headed effort goes over. An hour played. 2-2. We are looking much, much better now. We do still have some poor performers on the pitch. One of them is Shandon, and he's getting a lot of the ball. That's the worry. Shandon Hope is getting a lot of the ball. What we're going to do is we're going to do that. Kayak's going to come on as a left winger. Montano's going to go over to the right-hand side. He can't technically play there, but he definitely can play there because he's two-footed and he's very good at football. It's in the middle. It's McCowart. He heads over the bar. We've got 15 minutes to hopefully try and find a winner. We've got 10 minutes to hopefully do anything, to be honest. I'm looking at Major's numbers and he's on a 6.5. He's not really set the world on fire for his debut. Strunk's corner comes in. Gomez is there and it's rippled the top of the net but goes over. That could have been the winning goal. Full time then in Esbjerg. It's a 2-2 draw and we were basically outdone by luck more than anything else. Their second goal, it was probably going wide, wasn't it? But they've claimed it. It took a wicked deflection. Gomez did not play well. Zeus didn't play very well either. Our strikers struggled big time. So, I mean, that's the problem. We had the shots. They weren't very good. So, obviously, very, very early days, but lots and lots of teams are on 4 points. No team has won 2 games. No team in the entire league has won 2 games. Everyone has at least drawn 1. So, we're going to go forward. We've now got a cup game to play against Korup. I don't know whether they're any good. They don't look it. We're probably going to put 9 or 10 past them. And then we'll come back for the HB Køge game. Probably not how they're pronounced. I think they're quite good. Maybe not. They were in the top division back in 2011-2012. They also are managed by Daniel Agger. So, you know, is that a good thing? He's not a terrible manager, apparently. So winning 10-0 was supposed to be a joke. We won 10-2. We did concede twice. Both of them fairly late on in the game. We played a ridiculously rotated side, as you can probably tell. We played Smedgaard, we played Svensson, Tranberg, Glazer, Winfield played, Strunk still played, but there were goals all over the place. Major scores a hat-trick, gets himself injured for 4 days, so he might not play against Køge. We also got a hat-trick from Sorensen as well. We were good. I mean, I did say we were going to batter them, and we did. For match number 2 then, against Køge away from home, it is going to be Zeus in goal, Mortensen, Gomez, Block and Winfield, Strunk and Larsen, Hopu, Montano, Sorensen and Holton. So 1 change, and that is because Sorensen did score 4 in the last match. I'm fully aware he is transfer listed, and he probably shouldn't be. Basically, he's getting paid a lot of money, and we don't really play him. So if he gets sold, he gets sold. If he plays well and scores 4 in this, maybe we take him off the list. We also have a whole load of injuries, which is kind of frustrating. Major, Simpson, Lauritsen, and obviously Tin De Beer, who De Beer, I still think he's going to be great. He's got a short contract. Can we give him a longer contract? I mean, we can give him a 2-year deal. Let's pay you a little bit more money as well. I am slightly more confident after the last match. If it ended 2-0, I would have been very annoyed and kind of a little bit worried about how well we can do in this league. But because we pulled it back, I still think we have the ability to do well in this league. And basically, our goal needs to be in the top 3, let's say, when it comes to the promotion-relegation split. If we're up there, we should be all right and in with a chance of getting an automatic promotion spot, which I think there's 2 in this league. It's a free kick for Anderson from a long way out. Zeus is wearing boxing gloves and can't hold on to that. It's going to be a corner for Køge. It is going to be Anderson to take it. Where's it going to go? Right-footed towards Koch at the back. Strunk clears. So Køge have started well. They are definitely on top. Strunk tries to steal it and can't manage it. Shandon tries to steal it and can't manage it either. It's with the Køge defence. I also have no idea if that's how it's pronounced. So apologies if I'm just butchering their name throughout this entire video. Winfield's going to keep that in and does so. So the Barnsley loanee, down the line, Montano, forward to Larsen. Now Holton, lovely spin, but just loses it because Pierre's there to pick up the pieces. And Køge again can possibly build something from this. In the middle is Seahusen, lumps it upfield towards Jorgensen. We're going to get there first, we're not. Jorgensen in towards goal. Gomez blocks, kicks it into the striker, and we win a throw from it. Not a throw, sorry, a goal kick from it. It's a throw, it's in the hands of Snore. I bet he's a laugh. There's a joke somewhere in his name. I couldn't find it. We've got the ball through Shandon on the halfway line. He, so far this season, hasn't really done too well. I say that as he goes for a long-range effort, but blasts it over the bar. He's taking too many long shots. That's my opinion so far of Hopu. He's taking too many long shots. It is Koch with the ball, easily cleared by Mortensen. Probably should have controlled it because he had about 20 metres worth of space all to himself. Jensen almost scores a screamer, and it actually, I think, hit the post. It did. Larson with a free kick for us. Gomez is there, and Eddie Gomez this time hits the post and it goes wide. Final 7 minutes, I guess, of the first half. Montano, edge of the penalty area, gets some space, goes for goal. Not the best, over the bar. We're taking too many long shots. Taking definitely too many long shots. It is with Jorgensen for Køge. Goes off towards the left-hand side. Shandon with a good slide, but can't get anywhere near the ball to pick up the pieces. Get it forward. Strunk towards Larson, doesn't find him. Now Køge again into the penalty area. That was a shot that our strikers are that's the ability of our strikers, isn't it? That was horrendous. Half time, it's 0-0, and we've been bad, haven't we? Thrash arms, that is not good enough. We have been very bad. We've got only Montano really who is playing well. Do we even look at doing any changes? Sorensen's on a 6.5, so he's done absolutely nothing. Mads Borchers, right. Borchers is a winger that I think probably should be a striker, right? Is that he's got 11 crossing. I'm going to play Borchers up front. We're doing it. And we're going to put him as the advanced forward, move Holton over to the pressing forward, because I don't know. I always prefer, when I bring on players, I put them in the advanced position. I'm a terrible Football Manager player. I don't know if you've worked this one out yet. 10 minutes into the second half, and Køge with the ball. We try and steal it, and we don't bother, obviously, because why would we want the football in a football match? And we're 1-0 down. Sebastian Koch has scored. This season has not started well. Yes, we are technically undefeated right now, but we have not put in good performances. We've played some of at the very least, one of the bigger teams in the league, but that's a good goal. Thomas Jorgensen makes it 2-0. I think this is our first defeat of the season. Our defence has not turned up. They're on 6-3s, 6-4s. Mortensen, for some reason, went to a 6-4 and now is on a 6-7. I don't know what he did to deserve that. It's a cross towards Montano. Holton's there. It's a good save from the keeper. We win a corner. Let's get a goal from the corner. Make it 2-1. Strunk is the man. Gomez is there. Block is there. That's what you're aiming for. It's towards Eddie. Doesn't get on the end of it. We win another corner. Strunk obviously goes over to take it. 65th minute. Stick it on Block's head. Stick it on Block's head. That's not Block. Right. Holton's coming off as well. Matthijs Jorgensen is going to be the man to come on. Hopu's coming off. We've got no right wingers. Damien van der Vaart, do you reckon you can play there? Maybe. We'll give it a go. Why not? Winfield for Kayat as well is going to happen. And I think Block as well for Tranberg. That's all of our changes. I don't think we can do any more changes. Pierre with a free kick for Køge. It is 12 minutes of normal time to play. We need to turn around this 2-goal deficit. Mortensen just chucks himself at the ball for no reason. Edge of the penalty area, goes for goal. Zeus tips it onto the bar? Does he? I don't think he did. Into the final 10. Our XG is 1 and a bit. We've got no goals. Their XG is 1 and a bit and they've got 2. This is our problem. We are not taking our chances at the moment. Mortensen crosses the ball. Montano's there at the back post. He heads over the bar. It's going to be a defeat, isn't it? It's going to be a defeat against Køge. And we've been rubbish. Zeus is on a 6.4. How have we lost that? How have we actually lost that game? Because it's the shots, isn't it? It surely is the shots on target. That has been poor. Can we see who's actually attempted the shots? I hate this screen. It's so just all over the place. Right, so, who are you? Holton had 4 shots, 2 on target. Montano had 4 shots, 0 on target. I think we need to tell our wingers to stop having long shots. Because I think that's part of the problem. Well, the way this league works is 1 defeat and all of a sudden you've dropped by like 7 places. We are down to 8th in the table now after just 3 matches. Luckily for us, I don't think we're going to be in a relegation scrap. We want to be in the top half. We want to be in the top 6. If we're in the top 6, then we will eventually be into the promotion playoffs, which the top 2 teams get promoted. As long as we are in that fight, that has to be the goal. We need to be in that fight. That basically, if we don't get promoted, it's not the end of the world. But if we can prove that we are good enough to maybe get close, I will be quite happy. The good news is, next up, we've got a winnable game against our house. We know we can beat them. And then we're probably going to lose against Lyngby, who are probably one of the better teams in the league as well. The good news as well is, obviously, we don't have the World Cup taking place in November and December. But we do have a break in January. We don't play a single competitive game in January. In fact, we only play 2 in December. We are going to go forward to somewhere and play another football match. That's the plan.